This is the VAR Room on Westman Studios. My name is Elikem, and I'm here with Kwabna. Today, we want to touch base on the big European leagues across Europe, the big games that went on over the weekend. The Manchester United Arsenal game, of course, we can't look beyond that game. There's Chelsea, Crystal Palace, Liverpool, Bournemouth, and then some big performances from some big Ghanaian players in Europe. Maybe we'll look at some Barcelona, Mallorca as well. But then, Kwabna, welcome.
Charlie, thank you.
And how was your weekend?
Oh, it was okay. It was good.
Which game did you really enjoy?
The Chelsea Palace game, United Arsenal, Liverpool Bournemouth game.
So let's start with the biggest game of the weekend, which was the Manchester United Arsenal game. Look, there was a whole vibe. There was a whole lot of noise made about this game. This game shouldn't have come on the first day of the season, but hey, that's what we got. What did you make of the game?
A very good game from both sides. Should I say United weren't fortunate because at least with this performance, they should have at least gotten at least 1 point from this game. The new signings, the likes of Mbeumo, Cunha, Sesko also coming in. You could see clearly that they did so well. Dogu in the first half even hit the post for Manchester United. They tried their best to at least do their best to get at least a point in that game. But unfortunately, they weren't able to get it. They did so well, all right, but they didn't work. Amorim is not working so well. You met this Arsenal team last season and they scored you from 2 set pieces, 2 corner kicks. And today you sat there, you didn't learn from that, and you made them score you from that same set piece that they scored you last season. They did the same thing this season. That should tell you that he's not doing so well as a coach.
Will you attribute it to a goalkeeping issue as far as Manchester United is concerned? Because last season, like you rightly put it, it was Onana in post.
Yeah.
Today, it wasn't Onana. It was a different goalkeeper.
Yeah.
But still, the recurring theme occurred. So, is it an issue of Amorim not being able to resolve that, or is a personal issue?
No, I don't think it's a goalkeeping issue. I feel like I say Liverpool, Arsenal. Manchester United doesn't have I don't know who is their set piece coach, but he really needs to work on this kind of things, because this time is the duty of a set piece coach to really work on these things, so that when corner kicks are being played in your half, you know how to defend very well and other things. I remember Spurs when we were about to play in the Super Cup, you saw some of them they were teaching the players how to do the offside, position themselves so well, do the offside trap very well. That is what you are supposed to do as a club. But for Manchester United, you made a team that scored you twice last season through set piece, score you the same thing, which Arsenal didn't really play so well. The Gyökeres in the first half tried his best, but in the second half, it was totally lost. Madueke Wasatu. He too totally lost. He had a chance that he was supposed to score. Like, empty this thing. Chelsea, that
was a big chance. That was a really big chance.
You missed it. So, it's like United, it's so funny. United's new signings did so well, but they lost.
Yes.
And Arsenal's new signings didn't really impress me, but they won.
See, United bought possession.
Yeah.
And like you rightly put it, in terms of the offensive, United were more adventurous. United, I saw Mbeumo, I saw Cunha, very alive as far as the attacking third is concerned. Cunha in particular was brilliant.
Yeah.
When he takes the ball, he drives into space. He finds players here and there. But it's again at the back. But look, with respect to Arsenal did what they did the whole of last season.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't need to boss the game.
Yeah.
They get that solitary goal and then they see the game off. Is that still a dangerous tactics as far as this season is concerned?
I feel like it's a kind of a dangerous status from Arteta. And for Arsenal, if you've noticed so well, Arsenal, when they are playing the big games, they don't really play so well.
Yeah.
They just struggle, beat around it, and when they get their goal, they just do their best to just frustrate their opponents. And that is what they did against Manchester United. They made sure they frustrated the opponents, and Saliba did so well in defense. Gabriel did so well in defense. I remember Saliba in the game around the 85th, 86th minute did some good clearance in the 18-hand box of Arsenal, and he did so well. We even saw the likes of Delete going into the box of Arsenal, trying his best to get a goal. And the Arsenal defense, top-notch. Raya, top-notch, also doing so well. So for Arsenal, I just feel like they just need to work on some few things, especially today the double pivot of Zubimendi, Declan Rice. I didn't really see the sharpness of it. Odegaard, he has a lot to learn. Odegaard gets the ball and sometimes forgets himself. he doesn't know what to do. Odegaard was just a half-season spike. The rest.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Look, and last season, he was one of the main reasons why Arsenal capitulated in the dying embers of the season.
That's true.
And in this game, look, Odegaard one more. When he carries the ball forward, but you are playing as a number 10, you drive the team forward, you get to the final third, you can't split the defense open. And if Arsenal doesn't work on that, I think it's one thing that is going to really affect
because
them again.
In match day 3, you'll be meeting Liverpool at Anfield, and when you play this way against Liverpool, you give them the chance to just punish you. You let the likes of let's see, maybe by then Florian Wirtz in his form, he will do so well against you. For Arsenal, you really need to work on those things so well.
Let's zoom to the Chelsea game, and Chelsea labored at Stamford Bridge against Oliver Glasner's Crystal Palace. See, this team, many people still have not given them the respect they deserve. When we spoke about the preview, I mentioned inform Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
It may look very young as far as the season is concerned, but hey, they showed it in the Community Shield. They've done it again at the Bridge.
Oliver Glasner is doing something brilliant for Crystal Palace. You could see clearly in this game, all the off-the-ball incidents, all the off-the-ball situations in this game, he made sure he marked Chelsea out like so well. The Chelsea attack were totally flat. Cole Palmer flat, João Pedro flat, Dilap flat, Gittins flat. Yeah. It was just Pedro Neto was trying his best to get some good crosses, but he wasn't able to do so well. Esteval also came in, did some flashes, and it was also okay. Enzo Fernandez today too was also flat, totally flat. He didn't see when Woodtrade.
He had to be substituted in the second
when Woodtrade. The truth is, when the truth is there, sometimes we have to just say Enzo Fernandez when so, and then you were totally lost in the game. It was so bad that you could even see that when he was even being substituted, he was feeling bad about it because he saw how badly he played against Crystal Palace. When you do well, we'll praise you. When you don't do well, we'll just tell you.
Of course, then it's credit to Oliver Glasner. Talk to me about how he sets up his team. And usually when he's playing the big sides, he will sit back, soak the pressure, keep the shape of the team intact, and then he's got the pace in transition. Eberiche Eze.
Sir.
Ismail Assar. Mateta. How does he do it?
He's doing so well. You could see when he's playing most of his away games, he mostly rely on counter attacks. So that was what he did against Chelsea. Just that he makes sure he just confuses you as a team. You don't get a chance to be playing so well, and that is what Chelsea really struggled. Chelsea were now coming into the game when you got to around the 89th, 88th minute when Andres Santos had a chance that he was supposed to score. Made sure to ball on the Carrera. I want to was Stamford Bridge because the ball was that was a glorious chance. That was in the 92nd minute. And when he missed the chance, Maresca say, "Hey, Mewu." Because by then he saw Todd Bowley testing. So we don't know who Todd Bowley was testing. Whether he was testing Xavi Simons or Garnacho. Say, Fast Nebra. Ganin Nebra. I don't know. But you could see clearly that it was so good. Crystal Palace plays so good that we really need to applaud it. Getting 1 point at Stamford Bridge in your first game of the season, that should tell you they did so well. In 2021, they played against that same Chelsea side in the opening game and they lost 3-0. Yeah. And that was when Trevor Chalobah played his debut game for Chelsea and scored. They also scored his first goal for Chelsea. Yeah. So that should tell you that Chelsea really needs to work on a lot of things. Being flat, someone will say they were tired because of the Club World Cup and everything, but you should know that is the effect of it. So for fans, they don't care about you playing the Club World Cup, win the games. That has put a lot of pressure on them against West Ham that they'll play next. Graham Potter, they were born, so Chelsea has to do their best to at least beat him.
They lost to Sunderland, so Chelsea haven't got any excuse if they fail to get.
That's the thing. There's a lot of pressure.
3 points against West Ham. Let's look at the Liverpool Bournemouth game, and there's a Ghanaian interest. Yeah. Antoine Semenyo. What a performance that was at Anfield. Yes, he was mad at the end with that racism abuse and all, but goodness me, that was a 5-star performance from Antoine Semenyo. talk to me about how matured he is now and how long you think Bournemouth can keep him.
My 2025 Ghanaian best player. My 2025 Ghanaian player.
See,
It's Antoine Semenyo.
Let's give producer a shout out.
Charlie,
Producer said that Antoine Semenyo
will be a goal scorer, the goal king. You win
at
a
the
goal
end of
king.
the season. First game now, brace.
Thank you. And right now, when you check the goal king chart, he and Richarlison 2-2 goals.
On Enna Haaland winning now. Match
Charlie,
2-2.
Charlie.
Starboy Semenyo.
Oh no, Semenyo is doing so well. Semenyo started this thing last season. Even the previous season before that, when he came in, and you could see clearly that he's doing so well for what should I say, for Bournemouth. The Bournemouth team as a whole, you could see they've missed some few players.
Yeah, especially in defense.
But Semenyo is doing his best to play so well. Check the way he scored the first goal, where he ran to from and got to the penalty box of Liverpool and just scored a goal. And look at the second goal. Look at just the run
from midfield.
That was brilliant. And as a good player, this is what you have to do. I'm just hoping that when they come into the Blasters, we'll be able to get this same thing into the Blasters. You need coach, Papa. You need coach, Papa. You coach. Or a player development coach. Or a player development coach. Most of the German, all the German coaches are good except him.
Oh no, he didn't learn. When you say certain things, I don't understand.
He didn't learn under any better way. Yeah. Although he was at Dortmund, he was there under judging club and other coaches. But when you see or yes, in Kofuna more class, which are the criteria?
For you don't see this form Semenyo and Co are exhibiting in the. You don't see it translating in the.
Oh no, if it will translate in the Blaster, it is the players who rather have to put their best. But coach man, the only team here. Oh, it's the truth.
Anyways, let's talk about Senesi's red card situation. Yeah. Was that a red card?
It was a red card. I'm sure people will watch on the screens. Senesi tried to, I don't know, so the ball touched his knee to the hand and also tried to hit the ball with the hand. And he had the intention of doing that because as a footballer, mostly when it hits your thigh and hits your hand, it would be like, oh, he was unaware of it. Yeah. But when it hits your hand, he tried again to hit it with his hand again, and that should tell you that he had the intention to do that, and that was a perfect red card. Like Anthony Taylor should have just given him a red card, but as usual it was Anthony Taylor referee. So he wants after a game that we'll talk about a 4-2 victory. Liverpool did no. Let's talk about Anthony Taylor.
I agree with you. For me myself, I think that should have been a red card for Senesi. But then hey, that was what Anthony Taylor refereed for. So who are we to go against him? Let's go to Tottenham. And there's another Ghanaian interest. Starboy Kudus. In that game against Burnley, 2 brilliant assists. Richarlison finished it off expertly. Kudus, they were chanting his name in the stadium. How did you make, or what did you see of his performance?
Hey, but Nipa is somewhere. I remember Kudus played. Which game did Kudus play? Almost Kudus flop. Spurs. That was before their Super Cup game. Against Bayern, when they played the friendly against Bayern.
When Bayern beat them
4-0. They were the Spurs fans sat there and were like, Kudus their challenge or a flop. Today they are saying Kudus. Hey Nipa.
So a star.
But challenge Kudus day. Kudus day.
Star boy.
Oh no, but like he also did so well for Spurs, and Thomas Frank is doing something special for Spurs now. He's playing a new system of a 3-5-2 formation and making Richarlison Kudus play as a double way front lines, and you could see clearly that is really improving their play. Kudus really shifts to the right hand side of attack. Yeah. Also tries his best to just shift to the middle. So you could see Kudus is doing a lot of work. Thomas Frank is doing something so special. And as I said, Thomas Frank is a very good coach. When you're a player and you want to develop, and you have a coach like Thomas Frank, he will develop you. We saw the likes of Mbuemo, Wesa at Brentford, and he has improved most of Brentford players. So what he's doing at Spurs, I'm not surprised. That is Thomas Frank. That is the way he is. And Kudus played so well that you could see he doesn't keep hold of the ball too much. He's not selfish. And I'm sure Thomas Frank has spoken to him that, oh, you're selfish, I may you. So you have to play your best. You have to do your best so that people don't come in to just have a lot of things to talk about you. But that was a brilliant performance from Kudus. And when he was even leaving the pitch, when he was being substituted, all the Spurs fans started applauding him. And that was so brilliant from him.
How many goals do you see him scoring at the end of the season?
I feel like maybe some 11, 12 goals from him will not be bad.
That would be a huge boost for Tottenham Hotspur as far as their push for, finishing in top place as far as the European places are concerned. Anyways, Kwabena, let's go to Spain. And there was an issue that happened in that Mallorca-Barcelona game. I don't know what you make of it, but the second goal, Ferran Torres scored. Initially, there was a shot from Lamine Yamal, which hit the captain of Mallorca in the face or in the head, if you want. The player collapsed on the turf. Referee failed to react in any way. Play continued for like 10 seconds. The ball was in the back of the net. Do you think the referee was fair to Mallorca?
Barcelona, first of all, didn't show good sportsmanship. I was surprised because it was a head injury.
Yeah.
And when the ball struck the Mallorca's player, defender's head, it took about 10 seconds before they scored a goal. It's not like after he struck his head, they had to score a goal instantly. It took about 10 seconds. So at least, as soon as you saw that, you should have just stopped the game for the medics to come and check on him. But you still continue to do that. But so now come to social media and come when they did that to them, you see the way they are defending it, like they are doing, like, no, they didn't do this. Then let them play against the likes of Atletico Madrid, Athletic Bilbao, Real Madrid, and let them do the same to them. Then you see them ranting on social media. Let them do. You are here. The thing is that this is the first game.
Yeah.
Let the game continue. Let any referee incident don't favor them. That is when you see the way they'll be talking on social media. The thing is, the ball, Ferran Torres, he didn't do well. The ball, like, it was a head injury.
Yeah.
Just stop the game. And the referee was very surprised. He had to, I don't know whether Osro, Basafuana, Laporte, I'll catch and say, I want you go now, ball. I don't know. So, truthfully, like, I was very surprised. The goal shouldn't have stand. The goal shouldn't have stand at all. And Barcelona in that game didn't even play so well. They asked Hansi Flick after the game. He said Barcelona just played 50% of the. He feels like they didn't even play so well. And that's true. Because Mallorca had 2 red cards.
Yeah.
And the ball Barcelona plays like they're playing 11 against 11. Even with 2 red cards, Barcelona had to just score 1 goal in the second half.
They struggled to break them down.
That's the thing. So they really need to work on a lot of things. Because if this is the way they'll play against other teams in the La Liga, they'll have a very tough season. But if you've noticed, most of the teams, okay, let me not use that as an excuse because City played in the Club World Cup and they scored 4. So I was about to say maybe they playing they didn't even play Club World Cup. But I just feel like Barcelona needs to just work on some few things, work on the attack, work on some bit of midfield. Pedri, I don't know, but they just need to work on some few things to really help the team so that going into the season, the subsequent games, they'll be able to play very well because this season there's a lot of pressure on Hansi Flick to win back the La Liga and also the Champions League.
All right, Kwabena, thank you for doing this with me. As always, my name is Selikem. This has always been the VAR Room on Westman Studios. Go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend about VAR Room on Westman Studios. Look, don't forget to always subscribe. And let's keep the channel growing. If you want very good content, you always get it here. As always, my name has been Elikem. Take very good care of yourselves and be good.